Daniel, when you look at Denver's defense, what kind of strikes you?
It's an aggressive defense scheme-wise. I think they want to bring pressure and heat you up, and then personnel is really good. They got good pass rushers, good guys in the secondary. So yeah, it's a strong group.
What about your offensive line's performance this past week? I mean, you knew what you were facing up front from Miami, and then what were your reflections on how they performed?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was outstanding, start to finish in the pass game and the run game. Throughout, I thought they played at an extremely high level against a good front, like you said. You know, good edge rushers, good guys inside, and you know, the protection was really solid all day. And then the run game, there was gaps for our guys to run through all day too. So yeah, hats off to them. They played a great game.
Daniel, Shane mentioned Tyler's feel for the game is one of the reasons why he's able to produce at that level. How have you seen that kind of manifest over time?
I mean, I think I think he, a lot of that's natural. I think he's had that since he got here in the spring. You know, I think you saw that, and just his feel for space on the field, where guys are, how to get open, looks that you might not always talk about or detail, because you haven't seen him before, or whatever the reason, and he can, figure it out on the fly and seems to do the right thing most of the time. So I think a lot of that's natural, but yeah, he's just a good football player.
Dan, you guys did so many good things week one. How do you balance appreciating what happened last week, but also knowing it's still a long season left ahead here?
Yeah, I think we appreciate it and look at it. Winning is hard in this league, and you have really a day to do that. And once we're at this point in the week on Wednesday, it's all about this this coming week and preparing to play our best game this weekend. So we know that. I think everyone on this team knows that. It's one game, and in the NFL, it's a week-to-week league. You got to play well every week, and everyone here knows that. I think focus has been good today. We'll be ready to go.
Daniel, coming out of that game, how did you learn? What did you learn about how unselfish the weapons around you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I've said, we got a lot of guys who can make plays, and I think week to week, just the way games work out, some guys are going to get more touches than others, and I think that these guys want to win. Everyone on the field wants to win, and wants to score points. So I think that's what's most important to all of us, and you could see that on Sunday. But guys are going to get their chances as we get going, and they know we have a lot of guys who can make plays too.
Daniel, you were the good QB sneak. Shane mentioned that you might be like third all time currently among active QBs or whatever. But what do you think is the key to getting that 1 yard punt?
Well, I think it starts with the guys up front moving guys out of the way. I think that's the biggest thing you're relying on is some space created from those guys, and they did a good job on Sunday with that. And then I think it's just recognizing the space in the front and where you can get through.
For you were the first quarterback this century to lead his team to points on every single drive in a game. Were you aware of that? And so what does that mean, do you think?
I mean, I've heard it since the game. I think it just speaks to our offense. I mean, the consistency of our execution. We were able to sustain drives. I think when you're doing that, you're throwing the ball efficiently. You got explosive plays. You're running the ball well. You're controlling the line of scrimmage. I think it's just a credit to that. So I mean, I think that's certainly without a doubt an offensive stat, a group stat.
For you personally, though, how good does it feel to get this one game, get this one game out of the way now? Now you can kind of focus in here. You know what you got from your offense. But for you personally, how good was it to get this one game out of the way?
Yeah, I mean, I think week one for everyone is, you're looking forward to it for a long time. I mean, since the end of the season, and certainly for me, since the end of I didn't play at the end of last season, so it was a long time looking forward to this opportunity. And I think once you have that, you move on, and it's it's week to week. This is the NFL, so you got to put that behind you and prepare this week. Learn from what you didn't do as well, improve on that going into this week. And I think we're all kind of in that mindset.
Dan, you mentioned the playmakers around you. How specifically can you help them maximize what they can do after the catch, which you seem to do on Sunday. Is that just a timing thing, or is there more to it than that?
Yeah, I think timing's critical. I think being on the same page a lot of times in zone coverage, it's, where's the spot with the most separation, how to turn, how to get upfield. I think throwing the ball accurately and trying to give them chances to do that. I think all those things are key in when you're maximizing the run after catch plays. I think in man coverage, there's a lot of stuff on the move and keeping guys running, keeping their speed and giving them chances to do that. But
and how big a part of Tyler's game is that specifically?
I think it's a really big part of it. I think you saw it in college. I think I think that awareness and instinct for people where they are, getting upfield, drop stepping, all that kind of stuff where there's extra yards hidden in there.
We talked so much about the offense and the success you guys had, but from a quarterback watching from afar the defense, what did that do for yourself and the guys around you, knowing this defense has been able to deliver here what they did last week on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean that makes our job that much easier. When you have 2 turnovers in the first, I don't know how many plays they ran, but it was quick. We get short fields and opportunities to punch it in, and that makes a tremendous difference. I mean, our defense was stout all day and made a lot of big plays. So, it's on us to capitalize when they do that. So, as an offense, it's fun to see that, and you got to take advantage of it.
Daniel, a few of the guys have referred to you as dimes. Are you a fan of that?
Well, I guess I've heard that for a little bit now, but it's not something I'll ever push or encourage myself. But I don't really care.
I mean, it sounds like a great T-shirt to me, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll make T-shirts. But.